What phone are you using? You, yes, you, the person watching this video. What phone are you watching this video on? Is it the same phone you've been using since 2020? Are you not tired?
Haven't you done enough?
Yeah, sorry. I apologize. I'm not attacking you since we are both in the same boat. Now, this is the Samsung Note 10 Plus, and this phone was made in August 2019. So 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, 25, 7 years ago. I'm still using this phone as an everyday phone in 2025. Now, you see, the beginning of this video was not an attack on you. I was talking to myself. But if the shoe fits, go and change your phone. Go and change it. But for this video, I would like to explain with evidence the reason why I am using a Samsung Note 10 Plus in 2025. So I got this phone in Canada for about 220 Canadian dollars, thereabouts. But if you want to get this phone today in our country, you would need 450,000 naira, thereabouts, to get the Samsung Note 10 Plus. Now, this phone made 7 years ago is still so expensive, but is it really worth that price? Well, that is what I would be confirming in this video today. So,
Wait a minute.
okay, I can explain. Let me explain. So the back of this phone is made with Gorilla Glass 6, which means it is supposed to be very durable and also scratch resistant. But as you can see, it's not exactly fall proof. And yes, I might have handled it in rough ways, but that's not the point. Now, the frame of this phone is made of aluminium, which makes the phone very sleek, but it also makes the phone easy to let go of. Now, I personally love the design of the Note 10 Plus compared to the S23 Ultra or the S24 Ultra. And if your glass of your Note 10 Plus has broken, all you need to do is get a pouch, a good pouch, and cover it. And whenever someone just opens up the back of the phone and says, "Oh, it's broken," you act surprised. Just act. I didn't know. Oh my God, I didn't know it was broken, and you get away with it. It's not something I've done, but now for the build of this phone, like I said earlier, absolutely fantastic. I love it. But what exactly makes it so great? So, first of all, the design is absolutely beautiful. And for the size of the phone, the height is 6.39 inches and the width is 3.04 inches, which is quite wide. And it weighs a whopping 6.9 ounces. So, technically, not up to the Fold series, which is 8.39 ounces. Now, the phone can also use two SIMs at the same time, which is now very uncommon for some reason that I do not know about. But if you're like me and you have two numbers that you use for two separate things, then this phone is right for you because it can use two SIMs at once. Now, last thing I love about this phone's build is the fact that it is water resistant. Apparently, you can put the phone in a body of water for 30 minutes and nothing would happen. Well, that is what is on the website. Will I try it? No. Should you try it? Well, yes, you can try it. And if anything happens, I did not ask you to do this, but if nothing happens, send me a video of you doing it and thank you very much. Now, the screen of this phone or the display size of the Samsung Note 10 Plus is 6.9 inches. And you might be asking yourself, why is the size of the screen bigger than the size I mentioned or the height of the phone that I mentioned previously? And that is because they usually measure phones diagonally. They measure the display size diagonally. So the screen of this phone from this point to this point is 6.8 inches. Now, the screen of this phone is also a dynamic AMOLED screen with a resolution of 3040 times 1440 pixels. Now, this makes the phone one of the larger phones made for media consumption and productivity. So, this is a great phone for those who like watching movies and those who like to play games, as you can see here. But all this that I have mentioned are all physical features. The phone might be fine, but it might not run as well as it looks. So, what about the operating system? What about the things inside? Are they up to par, or are they as good as the phones released today? Well, the Samsung Note 10 Plus, when released, came out with software version 9.0 or Android version 9.0, and over the years, this phone became upgradable from 9 to 10 to 11 and then finally 12. So the Samsung Note 10 Plus uses Android 12 and One UI 4. Knowing this, you have nothing to be worried about. It is still up to date and you can use it in your day-to-day activities without even noticing that it is running Android 12 and not Android 15, which is the latest Android version. Now, for the gamers, the students, workers, in fact, everyone, this particular phone has 256 gigabytes of storage. And I think that's more than enough space. But if you're the type of person that likes to take pictures or even create content like this, you can get the 512 version. So it comes in two sizes. You have the 256 and you have the 512 gigabytes storage. You can decide which one to get when buying. And if you need even more space, you can get an SD card to extend from 512 to 1 terabyte. It's your choice. So this phone is beautiful for someone, like I said, who wants to create content, or someone who plays a lot of games like Call of Duty that requires a large amount of storage. So I would recommend this for gamers. I do in fact play games on the Samsung Note 10 Plus, and I was once given a gaming phone compared to this phone. I would still choose this phone over the gaming phone. That is how good it is for either gaming or watching videos. Now, all this would be absolutely useless. All these features would be useless if your phone goes off at 40%.
Bombastic side eye.
Yes, if your phone goes off at 40%. I know your phone goes off at 40%. I'm joking. I'm joking. But in all honesty, all these features would be useless if the phone goes off at 40%. So let's talk about the Samsung Note 10 Plus battery. Anyways, the battery of the Samsung Note 10 Plus is a 4300 milliampere non-removable lithium ion battery. Now that's a lot to pack in, but basically the battery supports 45 watts charging, wired charging, supports 15 watts wireless charging, and it supports 4.5 watts of reverse wireless charging. And the battery of the phone is so good that I use the phone as a power bank and use it to charge my second device. Some other features worth mentioning in the Samsung Note 10 Plus Ultra is the fingerprint under the display. I think it's very crisp to not have any fingerprint button behind the phone or anywhere on the phone, to be frank, and it makes the phone's design very crisp. So I noticed something when comparing it with the S23 Ultra that I reviewed a few days back. And if you've not watched that video, please do. But the fingerprint on the display is almost as fast. There's like a 0.1 second delay between the two phones. But then again, the Note 10 Plus came out 7 years ago, and the S23 came out 2 years ago. So the 0.1 second would be there, but I am still amazed at the fact that this phone can match up to the S23 Ultra almost in everything, but that's not what we're talking about. Another feature that I think is worth mentioning is the always on display feature on the Samsung Note 10 Plus. Now, most Samsungs have this. It is a setting on the Note 10 Plus that displays information on the phone screen, either always or when tapped. You can change that in your settings, and it can display the time, a picture, or even music. And I think that is very nice. Now, the main feature, which is in the name, the Samsung Note 10 Plus, is the S Pen, which you use to take the notes. But the S Pen is also used for other things. And you can use it to take pictures when you're not with your phone. The camera now, I can use the S Pen to rotate it and bring it back. Or you can use it to move between apps when your phone is not within your reach. And I think that's absolutely beautiful for a pet. Now, if you buy the phone today, would you be able to use it to create content? Would you be able to use it to take pictures? Well, yes, you would. Because quad cameras at the back, the top lens uses 16 megapixels and is used for wide angle shots most of the time to capture more of the scene in one frame. Middle lens uses 12 megapixels, which is the primary camera for general photography with excellent low light performance. The bottom lens also uses 12 megapixels and is used for zoomed in shots packed with optical zoom capabilities. And then the small sensor to the side next to the main lens is a depth vision camera, usually used for depth measurement or in portrait modes. So you can use the phone to create content. You can use the phone to start that content creation journey that you said you would start in 2025. And if you decide to get this phone comes in 4 different colors. It comes in this is the Aura Glow. It also comes in Aura Black, Aura White, and Aura Blue. They're all beautiful colors. I just went for this because I think this is the best. But I leave that up to you. Now, I hope I have been able to convince and not confuse you on the notion that using the Samsung Note 10 Plus in 2025 is a good idea. And if you're like me using an old phone this year, kindly comment the name of the phone so I can also review it. And if it doesn't pass the check, then change your phone. Thank you very much. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and I would see you all in the next video.